Teresa, annyeonghaseyo 여러분. I'm a Valentine이라고 합니다. What is up, everybody? I'm a Valentine here. Just wanted to come on here really quick to make sure I got the Tuesday video ready for you guys. And I just want to talk about how I am now learning that forgiveness really is for you. So I had what I would describe as a difficult time growing up. A lot of just unforeseen circumstances that were very unfortunate, and situations that just like caused a lot of pain, trauma, sadness, depression. And for my own coming of age story, it was just really rough, and it had like a really strong impact on my thinking, mental health, way of being, my approach to life, my approach to protecting myself, and like the way that I speak, the way that I interact and connect with other people. And I think that even now, as I'm 25 years old, there will be some things that come up and that happen that the way that I'm reacting is like somewhat it's based on my life experiences. Like I am a fellow human that, despite how much I aim for greatness, I'm always trying to work on myself and like how wonderful I think that I am. There's sometimes where I react in a way where it could be better for me overall. And like something that I've kind of been tossing around in my mind is that like our current human state of being is very communal and community based, right? And like what does it take to maintain a relationship with human beings? And like I think I got to a point where I was encountering so many people that I don't want to engage with, that it has made me kind of accidentally shut out the room to engage with people that I would actually want to interact with, which I like very positive people, I like very upbeat people. And like me being an intellect as well, and like knowing all of the evils of the world, not all of the evils, but like knowing a lot of the evils of the world, and like recognizing how many terrible things are going on in this world right now, and like how overwhelming that has been for me, and like my reaction of like becoming someone that's kind of always preaching and like in a state of like suffering, like mental suffering because of that. And like versus the person that I've always kind of envisioned myself as being. Like I don't envision myself as being someone who is blissfully unaware of what's going on in reality, but I also see myself as someone that like really has a lot of joy throughout the day, like a positive outlook, always wanting to work hard, like willing to wake up early, go to sleep late, and like put in a lot of effort and time. And something that I'm learning is that carrying around a lot of like hate, mistrust, anger, and like frustration in my heart every day, it takes the energy that I actually need to work on the things that I really care about, that will put more of the positive energy out into the world that I really want to see. So like if I was spending all this time, like this morning, waking up thinking about how pissed I am at my roommates for like leaving the sink full of dishes full yet again, like if I spent active time like reminding myself about this thing that they did and that thing that they did, and like why I think, like without trying to cut that thought loop, then like it takes away from me being like, hey, I'm gonna take 10 minutes, record the Tuesday video, because that way you can have the rest of your day. It's like if I spent time on that, I wouldn't have the energy to like muster up like really good energy to go in as a leader at my job and like, yo, let's go in, like let's have a great close, like let's do this, like let's work on that, and like not only to be a support to the people around me, but to like bring good energy. Like there's a value in just being the person that comes in and brings good energy, not just the person that comes in and listens and is supportive. And like my personality type is I think, what is it? I can't think of it right now. It's the diplomat? What's that? The campaigner or the mediator. So like I'm an ambivert. So when I did my like tests for that, why can't I think of the words right now, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? When I did my test for that, INFP, ENFP, I got both of them before. So like mediator when I'm in my introvert shit, campaigner when I'm in my extrovert shit, and like because I can be a mediator, I get into my mediator bag. I think that I can be a listener and I can put a lot of value on being a support, being a listener, and like holding space for whatever feeling or energy that someone else is in. But I can also get into my campaigner bag and, oh my god, I was just saying how I'm preachy. That makes so much sense. Literally a campaigner. LMAO. But I can get in my campaigner bag on some like positive stuff too though. Like on some like fam, like this is the life that we're living right now today. And what are we gonna do about that? Like what are we gonna change about the immediate things that I personally can't actually have an effect on a change? What am I doing about that? Like how much ownership am I taking over that? How much ownership am I taking over my skincare, over my grocery list, over the food that I'm eating? Like how much ownership am I taking over my room? Am I cleaning my room? Like am I taking care of that? Or like, and like really trying to bring back a lot of the energy that I like extend, trying to control what's around me and be angry about it or frustrated about it, and like trying to take that back and really like hone in on like what I need to be putting my energy into. I need to be putting my energy into this YouTube channel. I need to be putting my energy into my health. So like that has to do with eating, that has to do with going to the gym, working out, the type of lifestyle I have. And also it's really good for your mental health. Like I need to put my energy into my own mental health, going to therapy, exercising, listening to songs that make me feel happy, listening to people that inspire me, reading books that help me like solve my problems, reading books for enjoyment. I have a new book that my friend bought me that is purely for enjoyment, and I'm finding joy in that. And I do not deserve to be depressed. You do not deserve to be depressed. You know what I mean? And it's like there's a way to exist where when you're only thinking about the things that make you angry and you're only engaging with things that make you angry, it hurts you. Like it really hurts you. And it has taken me so long to kind of understand this. Like I was in therapy when I was 20, and my therapist would be like, yeah, you need to forgive them, you need to forgive them. And I'm like, what are you freaking talking about? Like what are you talking about? I genuinely, like, forgiveness has been a concept that I have not understood for so long, and now I'm starting to be like, oh, forgive them for you. So it's like you don't let that occupy your mental space of like rehashing the anger, rehashing the feeling that you felt. And now it's starting to clock to me. It's starting to clock to me. Now here's what I will say. If you are in a state where you're angry at someone that has wronged you, I do not think that you should ever force someone to forgive someone. I think you can encourage it, sure, but even with that, like, let somebody feel their feelings. Like there was a point where I wish that, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish there was some times where like forgiveness wasn't pushed on me. I wish that my feeling was just validated, and then maybe say something kind of like, eventually you should forgive them. That way you don't have to like have this on your mind or on your heart, and you have energy for other things. But just telling someone, forgive them, you need to forgive them, it sounds like let them back in, let them walk back over all over me, let them hurt me again. And like it's not that. There's some things where it's like you have temporary circumstances, and again back to that communal living thought, how am I going to live in this community state and get the most out of it for me, even though I'm not given these like perfect circumstances. Like in a perfect world, somebody does something wrong, they apologize, and then you forgive them. Unfortunately, in perfect world, somebody does something wrong, they double down, they act crazy, they act bigger, they get territorial, they get disrespectful, they get weird. And you have to decide like, yo, if I'm still gonna get the most out of this that I need for me, what does that take on my end to respond? It doesn't mean that you agree with that person. It doesn't mean that you're like gonna let them walk over you, or that you won't try to reinforce boundaries, or that you won't try to hold them some type of accountable. It just means like, fam, I'm going to decide if crashing out is gonna help or hurt me. I'm gonna decide if telling them every time that they did something wrong is gonna help or hurt me, based on what type of person that you're dealing with and what you need out of the space. it's like you get to decide how you react to it. And like, y'all, it's really starting to clock to me. Maybe my frontal lobe is like closing for real, because like when I tell you I did not understand this before, I did not understand it. And yeah, so that's kind of what's on my mind today, guys. I do need to go make some food and like have some coffee. It's 7 a.m. Look at me being productive, but I need to upload these videos, make some coffee, get to the gym, and then I have to get to work early today because all this BS that's going down with the streets and blah blah blah. So yeah, like, I don't, it's not even shutting down for Pride. Like, why? I don't know. They're PMO right now with the streets. Actually, I don't know why the streets are shut down. Anyways, I need to go. It's been fun. I love y'all. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe. Check out my music on all platforms. I'm a Valentine everywhere. And I love you guys. See you next time. Bye.